What's in your bag?
What? My bag.
I know. I forgot. I got it.
Takis Fuego. Takis Fuego. That's pretty much it. That's all I eat. Takis Fuego. That's what's in my bag.
Now that that's been accomplished, what's on your table, Radio Shock?
Seltzer. All right. Will this wind machine make noise in your microphone?
I'm not sure.
I'll put it away.
Can you guys hear us at home?
All right. So there's a lot of stuff on this table that's piled up on me. I tried to keep it minimal, but at least I've kept all these different items still. The core of it is this keyboard, the Yamaha PSS 560.
Yamaha PXX 560.
Yeah, exactly. I bought like 4 more of them off eBay. So I estimate since this was lasting like 10 years, that should get me to
you have 4
to
of
my
those?
life. Yeah.
Whoa, of the same one.
Yeah, because I worried I would break it one day. And then I thought, what if I can't get another one?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll just watch eBay. And when they pop up at a reasonable price, I'll buy one. Now I have a collection.
An unlimited supply of Yamaha PXX.
Yeah. So one of my secrets about all this stuff on my table, everyone asks, or questions sometimes nerd people ask is, oh, how do you synchronize all this stuff? The secret is, I don't. None of it's synchronized.
Whoa.
But all the beats, this is like a drum machine too, which is kind of fancy. I'm not using all its fancy features, but a lot of the synth sounds are just these pedals up here. So I've got a little line of pedals that are basically just all designed to make gnarly synthesizer sounds.
On their own?
Yeah, this SYB3 Boss, I think, SYB3 is designed for like funk bassists. Like, you know, in like Parliament or something, so they can make that go wow 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 wow.
The slapping noise, right?
Yeah. But if you run, they respond to anything. So if you put a beat through it, it tries to hear what note it is and spits out that note
on its own.
Yes.
Weird.
So, and then I run that through a sequence of different things, and I make like weird synths.
Ultimately, none of this is making any sound that we're hearing. This is making a sound that this is taking and changing.
This makes, I mean, sometimes I kind of use everything.
Okay.
So,
like interchangeably?
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, sometimes it's all going through the pedals and spinning out synthesizer sound. Sometimes I use the built-in like bass.
Is this a
parts.
Casio tone? Oh, it's a Yamaha. You just said that.
Yeah, Yamaha. But it's a really cool, flexible one because it has you can mix up what beat it's playing, and I don't know if I'm still plugged in that it'll make sound, but yeah, you can style in more bass drum, you can dial in more snare drum, you can dial in more cymbal.
Whoa.
And then there's like.
What do you say?
5 times 5 times 5 times 5, so you get a lot of variations. But,
yeah, and that along with everything else.
Right.
A whole new.
So, there's cool thing, like, if you pick something you like, you can do, that's like the chorus, and then that's the, that's the verse, that's the chorus, that kind of stuff.
Conventional, like, would you say this is usually used as, like, a toy or a serious synthesizer somewhere in between by other people?
I think when it came out, it was probably a little more considered a serious instrument when it came out.
Yeah.
I think
in the 80s, probably.
Yeah, right. Actually, curiously enough, Dan Friel used to play in Parts and Labor.
All right.
And did a solo project with Dan Friel. This is also his keyboard.
You bought it off of him, or he has the same one?
I mean, he uses the same one, and he's also used the same one for decades.
Word. He still has it.
Yes, he still has his. He probably has a
and you still have yours.
Yes.
Wow. Have you ever seen that episode of Seinfeld where Elaine is hoarding, like, her morning after pills because they're discontinued?
Yeah, well, it's kind of
similar
like
scenario.
Yeah, he probably has a collection too, but I estimate based on how long this one's lasted, I probably have enough to last until the end of my life.
Oh, wow.
So the thing is, they're incredibly sturdy, and I've only killed one. Actually, I didn't even kill one once. The airline killed one once.
Airline?
I flew, and then when I got there, the back of it was like squished in.
Whoa, was it packaged? How did...
It was packaged. I don't know how they did it.
Whoa.
And I opened it up, and one of the circuit boards was like this.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like,
It's over with.
done. I don't want to sit there with a saw. It's not worth it.
Word.
We can buy another used one.
I have one more big question for
Yeah.
you. What's the deal with the neon Radio Shack?
I think it's just something like that I've always loved since I was a kid. It's just always said the future to me.
Yeah.
And one of my pet peeves is that I feel like people in music and art and everything are not trying to go into the future. So I'm kind of I'm trying to be like the Back to the Future Part 2 future.
Both conceptually
That didn't come in
and
to place.
in practice, or both visually.
Well, yeah, visually and just trying to make the music. I picture
Okay.
in my mind forever back being the music of the future. So I mean that future's kind of frozen in time based on where I started with that premise, but it still feels like the future. And then when there's so many bands who are I play banjos now and I'm look like Dapper Dan, I'm that's not, I'm going backwards.
Yeah.
It's supposed to go forwards. So.
Word.
It's to me it's kind of like a hallmark of assuming that everything in the future will be neon and crazy.
Word.
Weird.
And it still might be, or it kind of is, maybe, right?
Yeah, it kind of is. I can point out more gizmos because there is more.
Yeah, please do. Yeah. That's just my last question. I'd like to hear more.
I'll tell you more about what's on the table. All right. This is a Volca bass.
Ooh, I know that guy.
Yeah, and these are, I just like these because they fall right into my zone because they're kind of like a toy, but kind of powerful too. And similarly, this thing next to it,
Whoa.
This is Little Bits Korg.
Did you build
modular
it?
thing. Yeah, they come apart. Here, I'll show you.
This is modular?
Well, yes. It's kind of like this Lego version.
Whoa.
They just kind of magnet themselves together here.
Yeah.
And then they have these little feet they can sit in to hold them together. And yeah, there's a oscillator, delay. I don't think you're supposed to put the delay in the middle between oscillators, but that's why it makes all the really gnarly sounds.
So
that it
in
does.
theory, would this be turning your entire setup into a modular synthesizer?
Well, like a lot of these things, it's not actually connected to anything.
Oh, it's on its own.
It's on its own, and
Could it be connected to something?
You can, yes.
So you could have all of these just ultimately function as one modular synthesizer.
Yeah, I don't think this keyboard is compatible with anything. There's no MIDI, no controlled voltage.
Because it's so old.
Yeah. Well, maybe MIDI existed at the time, but yeah, it's not a standard thing. Even you see the Volca has this MIDI thing. I haven't even still learned MIDI. I don't know it. I don't know if I want to know it. I kind of like when things get a little out of sync.
Weird.
And this just spits out kind of randomized but rhythmic notes, so it just fits in
on
wherever
its
it
own?
falls. Yeah, basically.
Huh.
There's a very simple sequencer, and you can dial in what note it's spitting out here. But I have it just triggering a random piece. So that spits out a random note.
That's an actual function on it that is
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's going through a delay, and then it's going into another oscillator, and that just kind of, I don't know, I'm not an expert at modular synthesis. I get one little toy and just play with it until I find all the weird, cool things
Word.
that it can do.
So would you say, I myself am going through the process of trying to get a staple thing, to go along with what I have, and I wanted to know if you had what the process was like, if there was a lot of trial and error trying to get to this point, and if you're still happy with what you have, or if you're still trying to build.
Yeah, it's somewhere between here's what I've got, because literally the first Radio Shack was just this keyboard, which I had because somebody was using it as a doorstop.
Oh, whoa.
And they didn't know if it worked and said I could have it.
Tight.
And then a guitar that a friend gave me.
That was the first Radio Shack? Incarnation?
So that was it. Was just the keyboard sounds. And it's kind of grown and expanded. And
yeah.
I do have in my head how it should sound.
I think I recognized one of the songs, and I did notice it sounded like a way more experimental.
Yeah, everything tonight sounded really weird. I mean, maybe the normal songs sound weird to people, but it sounded to me, I was like, oh man, I don't even know what's happening. But,
And purposefully, like when you came in, where you were like, I want to have this be a test?
No. Well, I was gonna
pretend like I'm not here.
All right. The guys, I didn't even see anyone. I don't know there's nobody over there.
It's not on camera or anything?
No. I mean, I did plan on doing like an improvised song in the middle, but something really weird is going on with this amp, and it's like
that amp.
Yeah, that amp.
I didn't even notice that was in use.
Yeah, that.
So you have 2 amps
going
here.
through that, and I don't know what it was doing. It was like it was like there was like clipping sounds, and it was like muting things if it wasn't loud enough. It was very weird. But
you didn't like it, you'd say, or you wouldn't try it again or try to expand from that point?
I'm not gonna try to repeat that.
All right.
But actually, I think a couple of the songs were like my favorite. Like the improvised song, I guess because I came into that one without preconceptions, I was like, this song's killing it. This sounds great.
Which one was that?
It's like the second song I played.
Yeah.
It had like the doo-doo-doo-doo-doo sounds in it.
Right before Greyhound? Or 2 before Greyhound?
2 before Greyhound,
yeah.
And I don't know, I was just like, I'm gonna have to record this just exactly as it is. But watch,
man.
now I'll go play it at home.
Do you remember
and
it?
Yeah. I noted down many of the settings before I came because I had a plan, but
a pre-improvised improvisation.
Yeah, it's untested basically, you know.
Okay.
It's like at home I fiddle around and I find cool settings.
And
I'm like, that setting is great. Let me jot down all the notes. And I'm like, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that, but it was not tested in front of people.
Until today.
Until today.
At the legendary skinny apartment.
And it was great, but watch, I'll go home now and play through my normal gear and try and do all the same things, and I'll be like,
this isn't your normal gear? Or?
Well, I mean, just like into a normal amp that doesn't add whatever weirdness was happening.
This isn't your amp. This is
that's a
property of Skinny Apartment.
Yeah, that's the Painted Faces amp.
Oh, the Freak amp.
Yeah.
It's the Freak amp. Oh, I need to make sure I get a shot of this. I forgot about these.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of
neoned out.
Coordinated.
All right. Well, you got anything else to?
I mean, we've already chatted for a while, but I'll point really quickly to some other items.
Yes.
These like toy voice changer.
Oh yeah.
And everything that you say into it just comes out sounding like garbage, no matter what setting it's on. So that's kind of great.
And is that going through anything, or on its own it sounds
it's
like garbage?
It's just mixed in. I use a telephone pickup to pick up the sounds from the speaker there, or from the speaker on this. Or this is also a voice changer thing. You can pitch it high or low. And I'm kind of these are in a way boring piece of gear, but I'm really kind of excited about these mixers. They're mono mixers with mutes, and you can see when they're unmuted.
That thing is a mixer?
The whole thing is a mixer. So if you don't mind being mono, it says 5 channels, and it's like this small.
Hey, so
and I'm using 2 of them.
I don't want to interrupt this interview.
Painted Faces.
Yeah, it's like
the legendary
but
Painted
Faces. In your home.
We're discussing. There's different factions that want to get farm-related meals, i.e., chicken farm or eggplant farm, and we're talking about going to a pizza place or the bar Ginny's nearby, which serves parm. And there's like different groupings going on. So you guys are welcome to join. These are both like within 10 minutes from here.
Yeah, what's that? 30?
Yeah.
How about
Dinner time.
I guess I'd kind of vote for pizza. As much as parm sounds amazing, I might get a slice of pizza.
Yeah, I think that's a valid.
Talk it over. All right. Well, maybe this is.
Well, I was part of this.
I'm glad
Me
you
too.
were
Discussing farm meals.
Yeah, it's very. Maybe
on brand.
Maybe you'll feel like you need to edit this down.
Oh yeah.
In the end, but
I hope.
Toys, like actual toys, voice changers, teeny tiny little mixers.
Do you? Is anything here circuit bent? Or,
no.
All right.
Yeah, that's cool. I just use it wrong, and it sounds screwy on its own.
Word. And use it together, right?
Yeah, and then and an iPod Touch with my favorite app called Jazzuto, but it's out of date. So
is it a game or is it purposefully? made for
it's
music making.
Specifically a music making virtual modular synth app.
Oh, sick.
So yeah, and I made like on the subway, I'll make all these like patches basically.
Whoa. Is it free?
No.
Damn
I think
it.
it cost me like $10 or something. But
5 years ago at INC, you'd be banned for this.
I have used it at INC, but don't tell Raph that. I don't know. Yeah, so.
Whoa, this is the future.
But the thing is, I don't know if I can use it much longer because it doesn't work with the new iOS.
Oh, not yet.
So I have to keep like an old device a few generations back and not upgrade it so I can keep using that app.
That's an iPod, right?
Yeah.
Whoa, you got it specifically for that instrument?
No, I had it, and then
it went
I was
out of,
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm gonna have to just not never update this thing.
Oh man,
So I can
word.
use an app. This is an incredibly long explanation of everything on my table. But
Well, did you tell us that you have a new guitar yet?
I do have a guitar, and it is brand new. This one's new.
There it is. There you have it, people.
Dean, I like it because it was advertised as glowing under a black light, which I didn't think would really work, so I didn't turn on the black light here because I'm under this bright fluorescent light.
Oh,
but,
word.
It'll get a real test in
Another skinny apartment.
Yeah, the next
show.
apartment. I'll shut off all the lights and just go do an all black light show for everyone.
Word. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today.
Absolutely thrilled.
Radio
to speak
Shock,
with you.
skinny apartment. What's on your table? Sign off.